Hi there everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm sharing with you the birthday card that I made for my husband Rob. His birthday is tomorrow, March 19th. But first I wanted to show you how I cut out these red rubber stamps using my Tim Holtz scissors. If you guys don't have a pair of those, you really should. They're worth the investment. So I'm stamping both of these images on a piece of hammermill cardstock. I will have that link down below. All of the links in the description box that are to actual products are actually affiliate links. That means I earn a very small commission. We're talking about like pennies, but they're at no cost to you. So just know all of the links down below are affiliate links. So I'm going to stamp the images, like I said, not only on the paper, the white cardstock, but I'm also stamping them on a couple of patterns. Do some paper piecing today with their scarves. You guys may think that this is kind of a weird card to make for this time of year, but we are still cold. Like yesterday it got up to 68, but last week we were in like the high 40s and the low 50s, which is pretty chilly for here. I know some of you guys are like, Misty, that's warm, but no, it's cold here. So I am using a couple of Copic markers to color in the scarves just to add some dimension. And then I'm doing the same thing to hers as well. I will have all of the Copics that I use linked down below. I thought I had the cap set up, but I don't. I have a very small Copic collection, so I will make sure that I share that with you guys. So here I am starting with I probably started with like E15 or whatever and moved to E18 just to make it a little bit darker. So I start with the darkest color where I think the shadow will be, and then I move on to the next lightest color to blend that out. And then finally I went around his face with E11, and then I'm gonna bring in E00 or maybe 000 to do inside of his glasses. And then I'm gonna bring in a pool party marker from Stampin' Up because I don't have this color in my Copics to kind of add some blue. That way it kind of looks like glasses. The only thing that's missing from this card for me is glossy accents. I have some, I cannot find them. So if I had glossy accents, I would absolutely put that on his glasses. So I'm using E19, E79, 74, and E70 here to do his hair. Again, I am not an expert. I mean, I haven't colored with Copics in forever, but I am just flicking in the darkest color, kind of where like his hairline would go. And then I'm gonna bring in the next color, which is E74. And I'm gonna bring that color just a little bit further down. I'm leaving that white space in the middle so I can have a highlight, and I'm gonna color over that using the lightest color, which is E70. I'm bringing that dark color back in to add some more darkness, and it's just back and forth for these, and just until you can get it right. And what I encourage you to do is either buy a stamp set like this, or even the Greeting Farm has some digital images. In fact, I'm going to be using one over the next couple of videos, and just print out a ton of them and just practice coloring like watching TV or whatever that you do. That's the easiest way to learn, and you absolutely do not have to have Copic markers to do that. You can get the Spectrum Roars, you can get Dick Blick. I know they have some alcohol markers. You can use Sharpies. I mean, you don't have to invest a whole lot of money in Copics, and honestly I would encourage you not to unless you know for sure that this is what you want to do. So if you're a beginner, then I would hold off. So I am using the greens to color his shirt. So it looks like G48, G43, and G40. Rob bought me the blending Copics, like the 3-packs for Christmas, again from Scrapbook Pile. So I will have those linked for you down below. I can't see because of my glasses. So if you guys want me to zoom in when I'm doing this, let me know. The problem is sometimes I forget to zoom back out. So I'm bringing in the Night of Navy combo markers from Stampin' Up. These are the Stampin' Blends. I'm no longer a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but I think these are a good beginner marker. So if you're looking for something that you want to start coloring with, check out the Stampin' Blends. They're $4.50 a piece, or they're $9 for the 2 set. So pretty inexpensive in comparison. They aren't refillable, but I know unless you're doing some hardcore coloring, I don't know that you're going to need to have them refilled. So here I'm cutting out the scarf and I'm going to go around. So if you've never paper pieced before, it is so much fun. So you just stamp your image on another, on a piece of pattern paper, then you cut it out and then you just glue it on. But before I do that, I'm going to bring in a black brush marker to go around the edges. That way it looks like you have a black outline going all the way around. Because if you're like me and you cut crookedly, this helps it look like you cut it perfectly, even when you didn't. I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue to add that on. And then I noticed that I cut it crookedly or cut it incorrectly. So I'm going to bring in that dark marker once again to kind of color in the white space that I have. And you can kind of see it right there by his neck. At least I think I'm bringing in the marker. There we go. So then I'm going to cut him out all the way around. And I'm just going to speed through that, just show you. The best thing I can tell you is just to, move the paper and keep the paper still and move your scissors, I think is what I'm trying to say. So I'm coloring me and you can see her scarf is already cut out. And again, I'm just going from my darkest to my middle, then my lightest in the middle of her face. And then I'm going to add some blushing with R20. Really simple. This is really easy coloring. And I love how they blend on this paper. I mentioned before, I didn't buy the Nina Solar White that a lot of people do. It's just kind of expensive. When I bought this, and you know how Amazon is, sometimes you buy something and it's one price and then you do it again and it's a million other prices. So, but yeah, so I'm going to be using the E15 marker along with, the E18 it looks like, with the Cajun Craze markers from Stampin' Up, because I wanted a ginger. And these colors, Misty! E18, E15, and the light Cajun Craze. And you can see that it kind of gives her the appearance that she has either arbor hair or she's, almost a ginger. I am actually almost a ginger. When I was born, I had red hair, so yeah. Quick and simple, and again, I'm just kind of following around on her hair. So the trick I just did is if you take a light Copic marker and you go back over an area that you darkened up, it will lighten it for you. So that's a trick that you can do. You can also do that with the blender pen, but if you, I just did it with the lightest marker. Gotta plug in the phone. So like I mentioned, I'm not an expert at this at all, but I filmed this video like a month ago and I just turned on some videos on my iPad and just sat down and colored. So I really loved this card. I really loved these images. I bought the Peep Anya from the greeting farm. It's a little girl with peeps on her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so ready for Easter and spring. I know a lot of people are like, I don't send Easter cards, but you can add any kind of sentiment to the Easter cards and then send them as spring cards or birthday cards or whatever. So I'm using a couple of RV markers for her shirt, and I love these light pinks, and I'm using it for the heart too. Just so pretty. So I'm making her outfit pink and green, which are two of my most favorite color combinations. You guys have seen me use this color combination at Christmas. It's just so pretty, and I don't know, it's just pretty. And I love that it went with some of the colors in her scarf. And then I'm using the dark browns for her little boots. Then I am using a craft knife. This is a Fisker's finger craft knife to cut out between her legs. I don't understand why you can get between the boys, but the girls, the girls' feet are like right on top of each other. So I'm just gonna cut that out, and then that way I can cut around her a little bit easier. You can see that I fiddled with her for a while, and I went ahead and used a black marker to trace around both of them. So I decided to use You Make My Heart Melt for the front of this card. I just love these panels. This photoplay paper is so stinking cute. Hopefully they still have it. And like I said, I loved it because it's more winter than it is Christmas. You guys are gonna flip your lids when you see me decorating the inside of the card. This is something I'm going to try to do more often. I showed that stamp set in a recent haul from scrapbook.com, and so I'll try to have it linked down below. Everything will be linked down below. I love this font, and then I wanted to go ahead and bring in some of that blue, just add some papers to the bottom of this card layer. Like I said, this is for Rob, and I like to hand make his cards when I can. So super cute, super, super cute. The card base I'm using today is a Granny Apple Green from Stampin' Up. That's probably my most favorite green they've ever done, along with Cucumber Crush and Gumball Green. Actually, Granny Apple Green kind of reminds me of Gumball Green. So I'm going to use the tape runner from scrapbook.com to get that adhered, and I'm just using the light pink marker to color it in. And then I went over her outfit and her heart with that E00 color because the color in her scarf is more muted, a more muted pink. So I wanted to bring in a color to kind of tone it down a little bit. And I don't know if I show me doing that, or if it's already done. I can't tell from this video, but yeah, I'm gonna adhere them with some dimensional adhesive. No adhesive goes unused. Use those side pieces. Don't waste it. So once I get them adhered and add some Inca Stella, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, tomorrow is Rob's birthday, so I'm gonna have to make sure that he gets this at some point in his life. I'm really bad about remembering to give him his cards. He gets me a card for every occasion, and I am the card maker, and I can be so forgetful. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget that links will be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. I'm trying to get back to my Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule with some extra videos thrown in. Here are a couple of pictures of the card. Let me know if you prefer the light or the dark background. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you Wednesday for another card. Bye for now.